Welcome everybody. Today's video finds us over here in Ayutthaya. We're north of the old city island and we're up in a community that was along the Khlong Sra Bua, the canal that went up north of the city. And this used to be a community back whenever Ayutthaya was the capital, that they made these like humongous ceramic bowls. And what we're going to take a look at is we're going to take a look at a really old temple here. There's not a whole lot left of the original temple, just one of the ordination halls. But this temple dates back to the 14th century. So this is Wat Khrut, or Wat Khrutharam. It's the temple of the Garuda. And it has one really cool hall that's the highlight to me. And it has just a giant like Garuda statue here that the Thais come over and pray to. And there's a few other temple buildings and stuff like that. So let's look around here and let's see what we see. So this is the temple wall over here. Then we have a huge prayer hall, and then you have a bell tower, some of the monk buildings over here, and then the old ordination hall that's early Ayutthaya era is right over there. And then if you go across the road, there's a small little road that goes through the temple grounds. That's the crematorium and stuff like that over there on that side. And here we got a little shrine. The Thais will come over and they leave the flowers and stuff like that. Looks like they leave the little nam dang, the red soda or the red drink. And then they have the coconuts and stuff like that. And this is where it gets its name from, is the Garuda. And you can see that it has the joss sticks burning, and they have the little place for the prayer and everything right there. And then they have the oil that you dump in the little lanterns. And it looks like they're doing a little bit of renovation here. So this is open today. So let's go back in here and let's take a look at this. So it looks like we got the monk quarters over there, and we have a wooden building. You can see the naga and that mythical bird and stuff up there they carve, and then some more monk quarters over there. Yeah, these big like that big water jug right there, that's what they used to make in this area, and those smaller ones over there. You can see the bell tower. That's what's in here. They have a little shrine so the Thais can come here and pray, and they have all the monk fans and stuff. And there's the important Buddhists. And then you can come here and you can also buy the little amulets. So they have them right here. You can buy the Garuda and then the other little lucky amulets. So that's just what's in here. And you can see the bell over here also. Okay, let's walk over to that ordination hall now. That tree right there is just absolutely massive. And you can see they've ran lights up there. So those little cages are lights that would light up this little parking area at night. And then like a big water tower. And then of course they sell the lottery tickets and stuff like that. And same over here, buy the flowers, make the donations to the temple. And this is underneath the monk quarters here, over by that building we looked at. So you got all the chickens on the hoof here. And then some of the old boats. In the old days, the monks would have got on these boats to go down and get the alms donations in the morning. You can see over here, this is the monk quarters here. And then some of the old wall. And now we just have some steps to nowhere. It was probably the old landing for the canal. Now it's not much here. You can see they've all gathered up here. So this looks like it's open from 8 till 2:30, if I'm reading that sign right. So you can see the old glass wall here. I really like the old Ayutthaya style buildings. So you can see the way this is built. Just a small little hall with the tile roof, and then it has the little porch on the front, and then a cool wall. Now they called this the crystal wall, and this separated like the spiritual realm from the earthly realm. And then you can see a couple little chetties here. There's not a whole lot left of them. It's like they used dirt on the inside to fill it. And then they did the brick. This one here looks like it's all brick. And you can see a little bit of the flowers and stuff that was in that plaster. Now I don't know the last time this temple was restored. With it being built in the 14th century, it's been probably restored half a dozen times or so. So it has just two small windows and still has the little patterns around the windows. Oh, and that's cool up there. So it has a little bit of plasterwork with a mural in it. Yeah, this is fantastic here. So it's definitely needing a little bit of TLC. It's starting to get pretty weathered. But you can see how they did the faux columns with like the lotus flowers at the top. Right there, it's kind of yellow. And then you see the plasterwork at the top of it. And then some of the temples, they'll put flower patterns and like Chinese plates and stuff like that in the front here. And it just has a small little sloping little porch on the front. So all of those ruins that I've been to all over Ayutthaya, where you just see it down to the base, this is what would have been on top of that base. So here's the ordination hall, or ordination stone. Looks like there's just one out here in the front. And it's missing the other ones that were around here, and just a couple more little chetties. Yeah, so this is definitely what you would have seen all through Ayutthaya. Now there's just a pile of bricks in there. And it's bowed in the middle like a boat also. Ah, it's fantastic. Yeah, you can see they've painted these murals in here. And then those are the little faux columns all through there. So this has 3 doors. So this probably would have been a royal temple back in the day. The middle door would have been the entrance for the royalty. And then inside is right here. So there's no murals on the wall. They probably have all faded off over time. It's just the whitewashed walls now. I got attacked by a guard temple cat here. Oh, that's funny. All right, so you can see the walls here, just concrete. And then it has the teak ceiling, the teak wood ceiling. Yeah, I had a guy that was just telling me that it was King Eterat, King Narasawan's brother, that was the one that built this temple. But that wouldn't be the same time period, because I think that was 16th century, so this was probably already here, and maybe he built onto it. So you can see all the main Buddha image, and then all the little disciples and stuff all around. And then here's a picture of the head monk. Yeah, really quite simple, just 2 doors, or 2 windows, 3 doors across the front. And there is an inscription up there in Thai. And back behind the main Buddha, you have another Buddha with the Naga. And that one there covering the face. And then we have like a really old one here with a reclining Buddha. And then the back side of that. And there's just 2 doors on the back. You can see this wall is really bowed. And they have came and painted a mural right there. And then outside, out front, a really nice chetty here. You can see the little umbrella at the very top. And then a couple more chetties here, 3 of them. This one here is kind of in the best shape. Yeah, I really like this building. It's quite cool. And you can see the old wall. You know, it is needing a little bit of TLC also. But you know, these things sit out here, it floods, then it gets dry, then we get more rain, and they will settle. Any murals that are on the wall, they all flake off. You have a little thing there for an image. You can see the back is just a straight concrete with the faux columns, and then the back doors with the Ayutthaya styling above them. And then over here, this is the canal. Looks like the caretaker's kind of taking up residence in there. Just made out of wood. You can see his weed eater and stuff. You got some bananas. And then the monk quarters that are built all up on stilts here. And you can see where the bananas came from. They got their trees growing right here. Now this is the old canal. It's not in use anymore by like big boats. Some of the locals will still have their small little boats. And then they'll come out here, you'll see them fishing and everything else. You can see like a little boat here. And then they'll grow some of these like aquatic plants and just kind of use it like that. It even ends over there, you can see the road. So yeah, this used to be the canal that went from the north of Ayutthaya, and there was a series of temples built along the banks of this canal. And some of them are still here, some of them are in ruin, but it's an important part of the old city. And there used to be a market out here also. That was one of 30 markets that were outside of the city of Ayutthaya. Like I was saying, with the flooding, that's the high water mark from this year. It's definitely receded now since it's dry, but rainy season is on its way, so we never know what we'll get in the next year of rain. Well, that'll finish up our video over here at this 14th century temple, this Wat Khrutharam, or the Temple of the Garuda. This is really cool. I always enjoy coming over here and seeing these. The old buildings I really like, especially if they have some murals, which you don't see too many of them anymore. Most of the old murals have faded off so bad that they just whitewash them like they have inside of that hall. So hopefully you've enjoyed the little walk around here. It's not overly large. This place is worth, 15-20 minutes of your time to come over, mainly just to check out that old ordination hall. So if you've enjoyed the video, smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and you get to see some more content like this. And if you have any questions or comments, or if you know a little bit more about this temple than I do, tell me, and that way the other people that watch the video can read about it in the comments and learn a little bit more. And until next time, from over here in Ayutthaya, remember, life is a journey. So until next time, enjoy.